All right, well, I'm gonna try to keep this video. Oh shit. Sorry about that. So I'm trying to make this video today. We're gonna go take the white hatch on the dolly to Kansas City. So we got quite a few cars back here, customer car there that we're gonna get picked up tomorrow. The 4-door is supposed to be getting picked up Saturday. The black SI is going over to YTS, and then we still have the white coupe for sale. But anyways, I'm gonna try to make like a little vlog today of getting this car loaded up and some of the suspension that he's buying as well. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this all on camera, but I'm gonna try because I'm using my phone. And yeah, let's see how that goes, see how you guys like it. All right, dolly is loaded. All right, well, it definitely does suck loading these cars up by myself, but we can definitely get it on there. Normally what I do is I shove it back, run it up as far as I can and get it stopped about halfway up there, and then I'll use my little winch, little hand winch, and winch it up on there. So see if we can get that done. All right, honestly, didn't even have to do that. I was able to push it up first try onto the dolly there, so that worked out pretty good. Let's see if I can get this. So I use this right here, this little come along. I always use that to basically hook on over here, and I put it over there. And the reason why I got to use that is I got to pull it all the way forward so that goes down. I can get that pin in there, and then I can get this sucker locked in there. So all right, so now I got the come along on there. Basically just ratchet this bad boy up, and that will make that car come all the way to the front, and then I'll be able to get that pin locked in. See how that's going down right there. So it's going until that goes all the way down. And looks like we're good. You make sure both tires are up against the deal. Give it a few extra little cranks there. I don't know what that was. Anyways, go ahead and get this put through here. Get that pin on there. You can see the under car. So we got both tires up against the deal. So I'm gonna get these bad boys locked in there real quick. I did use these pieces of wood to get that up on there. I kind kind of just helps protect the bumper a little bit and from hitting the frame horns sometimes. So that's a little nice trick that I learned. Put those pieces of 2x4 in there, and makes life a little easier. I don't know why this hood is up. I think it's just undone, but yeah. So anyways, all right, we're good there. All right, so inside the shop, you gotta grab these straps for the dolly, grab the lights. Since the lights don't work on the dolly, and I don't really care because I just use these external ones. And these work pretty good. If you guys ever get in a jam, you can go get these at O'Reilly's or whatever for like, I don't know, I think they're like 25 bucks or something like that, and they literally are magnets and they just stick on the car. And you just drape it over it. It's pretty nice. Anyways, so he also is picking up all this suspension. So this is the JDM 4-lug Type R suspension that came off my 97 Type R. So he's gonna get the wheels, full trailing arm set, all this, all included, and brand new shocks and struts and all that. So I'm gonna get all this stuff loaded up and get the car strapped down, and we'll get on the road. All right, we're loaded up. It's about 30 minutes later. Had a little deal with trying to get this piece inside here. That thing is kind of a punk to get situated sometimes, but either way, we got the car on there, got the lights on there. This is what I was talking about with the lights that you can just strap on, which are pretty nice. They just literally are magnets, plug right into the car or truck, and you're good to go. I got all the suspension loaded up. One thing I wanted to show about this Type R stuff is, if you haven't ever had a Type R or seen it, it's got a funky rear control arm. You see how that looks? The strut actually fits inside of the lower control arm, and all of the Type Rs are that way. I'm not really sure why. I've never really looked into that, but that's just a little neat tidbit for you if you've never had a Type R or dealt with one. So if anyone knows why they did that, hit me up, let me know, drop a comment. Either way, got all this strapped down. Looks like we're good to go on that. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. We got 3.5 hour drive, so let's go. All right, we got 3 hours to go into the trip. It's not looking too good up there, but I don't know, we'll see. I need to move the tools inside the truck. I'm going 66. Car's pulling really good, so I'm happy with that. Sometimes the cars don't pull that great on that dolly, especially the short ones. But we're gonna keep pushing. I might have to stop and move my tools inside the truck, but hopefully not. So I've got, like I said, about 3 hours left, and don't really need to stop just yet, but yep, going good. Yep, that took a turn for the worst. Doesn't really look that bad in the camera, I guess, but man, back there, could not see at all. You can drive like 40 miles per hour, like literally out of the blue, nowhere. Welcome to the Midwest, where it's 90, then it's 70 in the morning, and it's sunny, and then it's raining. So, oh man. Oh well, we'll try to get this section knocked out so that way this rain will stop. I'll have to pull over and check the straps again and get the tools out of the back so my power tools aren't all freaking soaking wet, but oh well, here we go. All right, stop to get some gas. It's freaking $3.69 up here. Anyways, car's doing pretty good. Not really loosening up much. Sometimes I get scared when it rains and the straps get wet, because sometimes they do loosen up, they stretch a little bit, but these straps are got pretty used here for a while now, and luckily they don't stretch too much. But man, that was a crazy freaking rainstorm. I had to go like 10 miles an hour with my hazards on. Couldn't see anything, so, but moved my tools inside. I think all this stuff is probably dry by now, but man, it was crazy windstorm, or rainstorm. I couldn't see literally 5 feet in front of me, and I had to turn my hazards on and pull over and let a bunch of people go because I couldn't see, especially pulling that behind there and all that. And man, yeah. So, but that's part of it. Sometimes, man, you just gotta keep pushing. Get this delivery done so I can get home. It's supposed to be nice tonight, and I really wanted to go drive my car, my other car, my hatchback. So we'll get this dropped off and get back home. Made it to Kansas City, and I've been in a 10-minute traffic jam. So, man, it's never a dull moment on road trips trying to get things done. And we got 5,000 cars behind us and a crash up here on the left. So almost there. Keep pushing and we'll get this car dropped off soon.
Go. Right behind.
Civic is dropped. And he's got another one right there. Look at that. Twins. All right. It is dropped off. He's got another one here with a B20 in it also. Crazy enough. Another 2000. And he has the wheels that I need. Alright, we are back on the way home. I didn't really get to film too much there at the guy's house, just because he was kind of already late for work and we were on a time schedule crunch, basically. So basically just went in, dropped it off. Wasn't really any issues. Got stuck on the dolly other than that. You know, once I get a tripod, I would like to be able to set up and use my other camera so that way I can film things aside from being on like my phone and whatnot. But either way, pretty stress-free other than the crazy rain, and then there was a wreck on the highway, and you know, that's pretty typical for some of these like 4-hour trips. Usually when I'm doing like, you know, the 1.5 to 2-hour trips, like nothing really happens. But once you do like these 4, 5, 6-hour trips, like you see a lot more. So and that just kind of sucks because, you know, it just adds to time and, you know, stress and all that. So it is what it is. But car's dropped off. He's got another one there with a B20 in it as well, and yeah, so he's gonna get that one fixed up. He's gonna get it repainted and all that sort of stuff. I guess he collects white ones, which is pretty cool because they are very rare. Then he also had a Raptor R there and a bunch of Integra parts, and you know, definitely a Honda guy. So I'll stop here a little bit. I actually got to check the brakes on the truck. It was squeaking a little bit earlier, but I'm gonna stop and get something to eat, and then we'll head all the way home. All right. Literally didn't even make it 20 miles out of town, not even, in another 10 to 15 minute traffic jam in Kansas City. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I hate coming to Kansas City, and I probably will not be coming back here again. I don't care who lives here. Man, like, this traffic is horrible. This traffic is worse than Texas traffic, and that's ridiculous because Kansas City is a 16th the size of Dallas, and it's not even this bad. Like, what is up with you guys? Like, why can't you drive? Like, you got 4 lanes here, and there's another wreck, I guess. I don't know. So anyways, if you live in Kansas City, bro, like, go ahead and just move. Like, this place is crap. Let's go over here and get some Chipotle. I'm gonna get a big old fat chicken bowl. Man, this traffic sucks here so bad. It is ridiculous. Man, I'll be glad to get on the open road heading back. Still got, you know, 3 hours to go or something like that, but oh well. Alright, good old chicken bowl. One of my definite go-to stops on the road. Chipotle, if you want to sponsor me, let me know. chicken, corn. Gotta keep it nice and simple. I try to eat healthy still, even though I don't bodybuild anymore, you know, and all that, but there's no reason to go out and just eat like crap all the time. So I definitely stop at Chipotle, just different places like that, and get some pretty healthy meals. And definitely driving, you know, 8 hours, it freaking takes it out of you. So, you know, sometimes I bring food. A lot of times I just bring water and stuff like that, but get this down and hit the road. All right, well, after waiting for the bathroom in Chipotle for like 15 minutes, I don't know whatever that dude's doing in there, but whatever. I'm gonna come out here. I'm gonna put these lights back on the trailer because it's gonna be getting dark by the time I get home, and I don't really feel like getting pulled over for something stupid. So I'm gonna pop these lights on real quick, just even though it's just on the trailer and there's nothing on there, but get this set up. You guys are jamming over here at Discount Tire. I don't know if you can hear the music, but these guys are over here freaking jamming. Hopefully these still work. All right, that should work. Man, these guys are jamming over here. I don't know if you can hear it, but they're having a good old time over there. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's pretty funny. Try to get this set up, make sure we have it set on the right side. Because honestly, I forget which way these go sometimes. So, yeah, looks like it's right. All right, let's freaking hit the road. Well, I don't think the lights made it. I think they're no good. Could possibly still work, you know. You know, it would actually be pretty amazing if they did work. That one's got some few wires exposed. I guess it must have, I don't know what happened. That's definitely got some wires that are all busted up. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and take those off so it doesn't start shorting something out. There goes $40 for nothing. Trying to be a good Samaritan and have lights, but you know what? I guess we're just going without them. We'll see if those work later. I don't know. Take your bets and see. What do you think? They think they'll still work? So a lot of these back roads that are, you know, in between like Arkansas and Missouri and Kansas City and all that sort of stuff, I've actually been down these roads, the exact same ones, like many multiple times. And there's a spot back there that I didn't get to record, but it's really bumpy because all the semis have kind of put ruts in the concrete back there, and it's just like super rough. And I remember I had bought an Integra that was up kind of in the Kansas City area, just right outside, and I was actually coming back on this exact road to get back to Tulsa. And I remember going over that patch back there because I was really sketched out because the Integra had not very great tires on it, and I was afraid that I was going to lose a tire. And I remember going over that patch back there, and it was like just bouncing the truck around. Like the truck was bouncing, everything was just like shaking, and I was like, oh dang. Like, so I literally pulled over to the shoulder to like slow down, but it sucked because there was like 4 people behind me, and I was like, oh man, like I lost a tire, oh shit, like I gotta go check it out. And I slowed down, and then it sort of started going away. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I didn't lose a tire, maybe it's just the road, but I can't really tell. So I just had to keep going, and eventually I got to like where I'm at now, where it's like nice and smooth. And obviously, like, I didn't lose a tire, but I thought that I had because of that road being so bad back there. And I've been down this road like several times, and now I know exactly where that spot is at. And obviously, like, I don't have a car on the back now, it's just the empty trailer, but the road itself is still really rough. And man, I was so sketched out, and I was like, oh shit, like I have like 5 people behind me. And I'm trying to go as fast as I can, you know, still, even with the car on there. And man, this like cloud looks crazy. Look at this. Man, I can't get away from these freaking storms. I told the guy in Kansas City when I dropped the car off, I was like, man, this was a pretty rough trip because of this crazy storm that I had to drive through. Because I didn't get to videotape it, but I could see maybe like 5 feet in front of the truck, and it sucked. Like I had to turn my hazards on. I had to pull over and let people by because I was pulling the car up there. And then obviously like the traffic in Kansas City, and I told them, I was like, bro, this has been a rough trip, and it's only been a 4-hour trip. So, but yeah, look at this like storm up here. Nothing over there. Oh, here it comes. I just saw that guy with his wipers on, so it's all like directly right in front of me. Awesome. But yeah, over there, like where Tulsa would be, like over in that area somewhere. But yep, here we go, back into another storm. So I'll put the camera down for now, but we'll be back. Good car back there flipped over from the storm. Can't see it, but oh man, that's crazy. That's how crazy like some of these storms have been. It's impossible to see. And I'm not just being a little girl about it, but literally once I drove into some of these, I couldn't see at all. and there's a car back there flipped over, and like 3 trucks over there trying to help them out, and the water just like puddles up on the road because it's been raining. It just rained so hard in one spot that you just hydroplane. So man, this is crazy, like hitting this in the middle of nowhere. This is probably one thing that a lot of people don't get to see that live in the big cities and, you know, other places of the US. I was just going 65, then it was 55, now it's 35, and there's tons of these little small towns like this on the way to pretty much anywhere that I have to go, unless I get to take the actual like turnpike or something like that, you know, all the way to where I'm going, which isn't always the case. It's I get to do that every once in a while, but a lot of the times it's you got to go through these little small towns. And man, I tell you what, those little small town memes of the cops sitting there on the side of the road, you know, Oklahoma, and there's cops, you know, like every couple feet, and they make a meme out of it. It's the truth, man. You'll come flying through here and you will get pulled over real quick. I mean, you know, it's the speed limit is 35 right now, and it changes constantly through all these little small towns that you go through. You know, some of them are 40, some of them are 30, some of them are 50, and man, like every time you come through here, you got to pay attention. There used to be a DA, turbocharged EF sitting over there. I've seen that car probably 4 times now. Looks like it's just been sitting there for a while. If anybody's watching this and they know who that is, or you know, they follow me, hit me up, let me know if you want to sell it, because it's been there for a while. It's a little EF hatchback that's got a big old intercooler in the front. But either way, so yeah, it was just out of 35, and now it's straight back to 65 right here out of the small town. So man, that's one thing I always stress about when I'm pulling a car through there and not slowing down enough. And yeah, so you got to watch out for that. But anyways, all right, well, I just about flew off the road back there. There was a car stranded on the left hand side, and back there's a bunch of ruts inside the road, and it was raining super hard back there, and the roadway was just completely full of water. And I'm just, man, that was about a really bad situation. And then this rain is crazy. Like literally it just like stops, and then you can see a wall of rain in front of you that you know you're gonna hit. And I mean, I was going maybe like 30 through that after I hit the huge pile of water. And I was literally all over the place. I had to slow down, like slam on the brakes. The trailer is like just bouncing around in the back. But man, dude, this trip has been something. And obviously I don't make vlogs like this, but man, I've had a couple pretty crazy trips before that always are like 4 to 6 hour one-way trips, and but this one's been pretty bad, obviously, with that rain. And luckily I'm not pulling the car back this way. But man, that's yeah, that's a way to earn a living, going through some of this stuff, man. Getting gas one last time. Get $30 worth. It'll get me home. It's always funny coming to these small town gas stations and listening to the people that are there, because it seems like they never really have anybody to talk to. So you go in there and they always want to talk to you. But pretty nice looking sky. All the rain was over here. That's where we came from, that way over there. And luckily we'll be going this direction. So brought some spare tires or wheels, and luckily didn't need them. And obviously lost the lights. Yeah, so try to get home before it gets dark. But yeah, good old small town. I don't know where I'm at right now. It's like, I think I'm in like Coffeeville, maybe something like that. Mexican restaurants closed down. I mean, there's like nothing here. There was a pretty cool train. There's like an old train, like way over there. It's the engine of the train, but I didn't get to. Oh, I guess you can kind of see it. So you can kind of see the very back of it right there in the black. It's pretty cool looking. But that's a lot of cool stuff you get to see coming through some of these like small towns, and then there's obviously stuff like this that, you know, are old and abandoned and probably never be anything again. They'll probably just sell the land. But I come through a lot of towns like this that, you know, I see one time I come through and there'll be a building that is abandoned, and then the next year I come through, it's torn down, you know, and they're building something else there maybe, or they're just sold the land. But you get to see a lot of stuff coming through some of these towns and meeting a lot of people, and that's pretty cool, because sometimes I remember some of the people that I see as well, and definitely remember the gas stations. I've been here at this gas station a few times actually. So anyways, let's hit the road. All right, we are back, and that was a freaking trip. Let me get that deal out of the way. But yeah, oh, that was a really long drive, man. Yeah, a lot of rain, very unexpectedly, that I didn't even know it was supposed to rain. A lot more stops than I wanted to make, but luckily no trouble, you know, like we didn't have to change any tires. We didn't have to, you know, do anything like that. And I got mosquitoes out here kicking my butt, but oh man, I mean, it could have been way worse, but that was definitely a pretty tough trip. You know, like I said, I was about 8 hours on the road. And you know, a lot of that was actual driving hours. We didn't spend much time there. We got there and dropped the stuff off, dropped the car off, dropped off the suspension, all that, and then he had to go to work as well. So, and then I had to get back on the road, and yeah, so I don't know, drop a comment, let me know if you guys like these vlogs. I would definitely like to use my other camera, so that way I can actually film a lot more stuff, because there's a lot of stuff I'd like to film, you know, going through some of those towns, and obviously being there, having interactions with the people and stuff like that. I will be going out of town tomorrow. I'm gonna go pick up some stuff over in Arkansas. So I might make a video about that too if you guys want to see me picking up some stuff and what we'll have available, because a few of the parts we'll be selling, and one of the parts is for myself for the 4-door, and then we'll make another video on that. So hope you guys had a good night, good day, and yeah, let me know if you guys like this kind of stuff. See ya.